welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will get first crack at it here. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be.
It's a seam wide open. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Huskies offense has the ball for the first time. And, David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you're leaving Jesse going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Delay of game.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The hand to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
To the air on 2nd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
The Huskies are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
You got to be so careful, too, Dave, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Handoff to the single running back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Huskies are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Now the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try the outside to the left. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, and you see those...
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field.
Here we go.
Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this. Defender.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going. Looked really, really poor. This week's starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
This time, he's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. Got room at the 35. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. First play of the period, first down here. He'll pull it on the read. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And how about this guy upholding that linebacker tradition of a Shaq Thompson or a Mason Foster?
Hey, you think about those guys, they can do a little bit of everything. They can play the run and be physical, but they have the athletic ability to play in coverage. Just versatile defenders.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He stopped well short of the line to gain at the 22. Not a chip shot field goal, but certainly makeable. We'll see what they do on fourth down. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Slings it downfield. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
There's a lot of QBs that... When they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Green. Still running at the 40. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 3rd. Grab near the sticks. It's Green. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback in his position.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll try the left side. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. No running room on that play. What a good job by the defense to stay disciplined and string that play out.
They did a really good job with their eyes there, Reese, and they were able to get the ball carrier going east and west, and as you mentioned, just ran out of room, had to run out of bounds.
He's got the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Let's go!
The play action fake. Might be looking to run. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Fires to the big fella. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Oh, they're after him. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They punt it away on 4th down. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on second down. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Green. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
Makes the grab. It's Green. They stop him just a link or two short of the first. And, man, what they can do on second down here. And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. He makes a grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husky.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. DBs will try to keep everything in front. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Back to pass on second down. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that, put a little more air underneath it, but he just overshoots the run.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Turns it on at midfield. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. Play like this the rest of the game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Direct snap. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Under fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Huskies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Snaps it in the shotgun. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing it that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Give to the single back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback making checks. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's out. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Steps away to find some room. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
Number 96 in punt formation to kick it away. Returner goes out of bounds.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive.
There's a live football. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Keep it on the ground. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one, and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put...
He's loose. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Running to the left. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husky.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Western Kentucky is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These toppers have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today.
And the returner goes down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little space. Oh, a lot of space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be...
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Toss sweep to the right. Got the first down. Looking for more. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Wants to adjust the pattern. Try to get it to the edge. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Washington sends out the punt team.
Number 96 on to kick it away.
Kick is in the air. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And it now feels like game over after coughing up the fumble. They were down. They needed something big to happen. They had to score touchdowns, but give this defense credit. They just finish. They're playing to the end of the game with great effort, creating a takeaway to ice this thing.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Handoff to the lone back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wideout. Here's the handoff. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Toss to the outside. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something in.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Coleman. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Here's the pressure. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
QB Spicer. No gain on on the play. It's third down.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Rushes on it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. The guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now